There's a lot of buzz around Steven Spielberg's newest film, Lincoln. But just how true to history is the film? Kareen Wynter takes a look.
This fight is for the United States of America.
Steven Spielberg's Lincoln offers a window back in time to the weeks preceding the end of the Civil War and passage of the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery.
Congress must never declare equal those whom God created unequal.
But for some critics, the movie's limited snapshot of Abraham Lincoln's presidency paints an incomplete picture of history.
As cinema, it's very, very good. As history, I'm a historian. It leaves something to be desired.
Eric Foner, whose book, The Fiery Trial, Abraham Lincoln and American Slavery won the Pulitzer Prize for History, says the film's narrow focus exaggerates the president's role in ending slavery.
This settles the fate for all coming time.
The emancipation of the slaves is a long, complicated historical process. It's not the work of one man, no matter how great he was.
Blood's been spilled to afford us this moment now.
It was not Lincoln who originated the 13th Amendment. It was the abolitionist movement. It's only in the middle of 1864 that Lincoln changes his mind and decides he's in favor of this amendment.
Acclaimed screenwriter Tony Kushner based the movie's script in part on Doris Kearns Goodwin's best-selling book, Team of Rivals.
We were enormously accurate. Stephen and I both cared a lot. We'd worked with Doris. We worked with a couple of other Lincoln historians. What we're describing absolutely happened.
It's not a question of being wrong, it's just inadequate. It gives you the impression that the ratification of the 13th Amendment is the end of slavery. Slavery is already dying at that moment.
In fact, he says if the 13th Amendment had not passed in January 1865, Lincoln had pledged to call Congress into special session in March.
And there, the Republicans had a two-thirds majority and would ratify in a minute. It is not this giant crisis in the sense that the film is portraying it.
Shall we stop this bleeding?
And one aspect of the film that's not being questioned is Daniel Day-Lewis's masterful depiction of the 16th president.
The most important thing was to get Lincoln done right.
Daniel Day-Lewis, I think, presents a very plausible Lincoln. I would recommend that people see it and then read a book about Lincoln.
Because while it's based on real events, Lincoln the movie is not a documentary. And a full understanding of history doesn't happen in 2 hours and 29 minutes. Kareen Wynter, CNN, Hollywood.
You can see the film for yourself. It's now out in theaters.